Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Yarudi Stitches. If you are stopping by for the first time, please don't leave without subscribing, and also put on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And my returning subscribers, I say a very big thank you to you all. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this bag. It's very easy to make. Let's get started. So these are the materials we are going to need for this tutorial. I have here my leather, which I've cut out already. I have here my wadding. You can use foam, but for this particular bag I'm using wadding. So I have here my lining. I have my D-ring holder that I've already sewn. I will explain to you how I achieve this. I have my D-ring, and of course it will have a long strap. When we get to that, I'll tell you how I will achieve it. So now, the question now is, how did I get this my leather that I've already cut out? You can choose any circular object of your choice. This is what I use for mine, and when you measure it, is about 8.1 inches. This is what I used, and I place it on my leather this way and trace it round. After tracing it round, I cut it out. So that I cut two pieces for this. Then for my wadding, remember I said this is about 8.1 inches. So for the wadding, I use a lesser object. So this object I use for my wadding is about 7.3 inches. 7.3 inches. So I just place it like the way I did on the leather. I place it on my wadding, trace it, and also cut it out. I cut two pieces out. Then for my gusset, I have this gusset here. Here is 3¼ inches by 14½ inches for the length. Then this one is 3¼ inches by 10½ inches. I divided it into two. That is what I have for my gusset. So for the gusset also, I cut out wadding for it. So the wadding I cut out for the gusset is, I have here 2½ inches by the for the down gusset I have 14½, while here I have 13½. That means I reduce 1 inch from it. So the upper gusset I have 10½, and here I have 9½. And what I did here is that I cut 2½ by 9½ and I divided it into two. So the next thing I'm going to do now is gum my wadding to my leather. So I've gummed my wadding. I've gummed my wadding to the leather. You can see the way it is. You can see there is enough space for my sewing allowance. So you can see the upper one. You can see the down one. So now I'm going to start my sewing. So first we are going to sew it to our lining. So I'm going to get my lining. This is the right side of my lining, and this is the wrong side. So my leather will face the wrong side. I've already notched it. I notch it both up and down. So I put my leather on it this way. Then I will put my piping cord on it from this notch point and sew it together with the lining under. As I sew, I arrange and pipe it round. I will also do the same to this one. You can see I'm done piping it round, and this is what I have now after piping it round. So I'm going to keep this aside now. Then I'm going to work on the gusset. So now I'm going to get this my gusset now. This is the upper gusset. So I'm going to get my lining. This is the right side of my lining. So I'll put my zip on it this way. The back of my zip is facing the right side of my lining. Then I'll put my gusset on the right side of my leather. We face the right side of my zip cloth like this way. I will arrange it and sew it down. After sewing it, I will turn it this way, both the leather and the lining. I'll flip it over this way and top stitch. Okay guys, this is what I have now after sewing my zip cloth. I later changed the zip cloth to silver zip. Initially I wanted to use gold zip cloth, but I later changed to silver. So this is what I have now. So I'm going to put the second side of my gusset. I'll place it here. My lining, the right side of my lining will be here. I'll put it on top of my lining and stitch it. After stitching it, I'll flip it over this way and top stitch. So this is what I have now after sewing the zip to the upper gusset. The next thing I'm going to do now is to fix my zip head. Once you are done with this one, you just fix your zip head so that you won't forget it. So now I'm going to keep this aside also. I'm going to work on my strap handle. So I'm using this leather for my strap handle. What I have is here 1 inch and 3/4 by 2 1/4, but it's too much. I will reduce it to by 2 inches. So I will fold it this way. I will sew it here and also sew it here. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this first. I'll cut 2 pieces of it. Then I will fold it this way. I will sew it here. I will sew it on this side. Okay, I'm done sewing my D-ring holder. So I will just put it on in my D-ring this way. See the way it is. So I'm going to sew it on my down gusset. I will get the middle of this, then I will centralize this, my holder on it, and stitch. I will do the same on this side also. Look at the way I put it. The D-ring is facing this way. By the time I put this also, it will face this way. They'll be facing each other. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to stitch it on this my down gusset. So this is what I have now after stitching it. So now we are going to join these two together. So what I'm going to do now is, this is my lining for this. So I will cut out the excess zip cloth I have here. Then when I cut it out, I will put it this way. You see, your zipper has to be on this D-ring handle. Centralize it very well. You see the way it is. I'll trim off here. So then I'll bring my lining. The right side of my lining will face this side. I'll put my lining this way and stitch it. I will also bring this side together. I will also trim off this excess zip cloth here and also put my lining on it this way and also stitch it. Okay, I'm done joining it on the both sides. As what I did after sewing it, I turn it to the right side and top stitch it and stitch these sides close. That's what I did here. So now we are going to get the middle. We have to notch the middle for us to sew it together to the main body. So if you want to get the middle, just bring the two joining points together. That's what will help you to know where it exactly is the middle. You notch it both up and down on the two sides. So now I'm also going to notch this. The down part already, and the notch point is showing here. So what you do, you use it to get the upper part, the notch point of the upper part, because the cord have already closed it. So you notch it again. You do same to this one also. And notch it. So we are going to turn this to the wrong side this way. So we'll bring this place I taped is the down side, so this is the up one. The zipper side have to be on the upper side. So you put it this way, the notch point together. Make sure that the notch points are together. You bring the down part also, get the notch point and match it together. Now you arrange it this way. Make sure that you arrange it and sew it round. You do the same on this side. The notch point, the upper notch point here will be on the zipper side. Put it this way. Bring the down part and put it on the down notch point this way. So I'm going to take it to my machine now and sew it round this. I will sew it round this way, and I will also sew it round this way. Okay, this is what I have after sewing it round to my gusset. So now I'm going to use my taping belt to tape it round. So I'm done taping it round. This is what I have after taping it round. So I'm going to turn it now to the right side. So this is what I have now after joining the body to the gusset. This is our bag now. Isn't it beautiful? So now I'm going to sew the long strap that we will put here. So let's finish it up. Okay, this is the leather I'm using for the strap. So what I have here is the length I have here is 27 inches. Then the wideness is 2 1/4 inches. You can make it longer than this, but I'm okay with this 27 inches. So first, now I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts this way. Then I will stitch it down till the end. So this is what I have now after stitching it. You see it. So now I'm going to sew this side. So that it will be neat, you have to fold in here a little, like 1/4 inch. Fold it up also like 1/4 inch. Then make sure you make it equal, arrange it well. So as I'll take it to my machine. As I sew, I arrange. You see the way it is. That's the way I'm going to sew it now till the end. So I have put my adjuster in my strap. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll get my chain. Now I'll pass my chain this way through my D-ring. Close it up. So I'll put my D-ring in it again this way. I'll close it up. Then I'll fix my belt, my stripe, and sew. Make sure you watch the stripe very well and know that you did not twist it. So as it is this way, I will sew here. Then on this side, I will also pass my chain this way here. I'll close it up. I'll also pass it through my D-ring here. I'm trying to open it. Then I'll close it. Then, okay, now I'm going to pass my leather through my D-ring this way. Then I will pass it under my adjuster. And pass it again. Then I'm going to stitch. I will not stitch it here. So at the end of the day, this is what I will have. So I will stitch it on this inside leather here. I will stitch it down here. So this is the outcome of our bag now. You can see how beautiful it is. Thank you for watching till the end of this tutorial. Please feel free to like my video, share it, and if you are stopping by for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Bye. So after sewing my strap and joining it to my bag, this is what I have now. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If this tutorial has been helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Like my video, share my videos. Bye, and see you in the next tutorial.